Hello, everybody. I'm Pearlo Wisdom, and you're listening to Rico and Pearlo's House of Hymes NHL Exotic Picks Frolic, or Exotic Picks NHL Frolic, or something like that. One of those titles there. And we had an interesting day today. It was a tough card yesterday. I think it was a tough card for everybody. But I'm going to be on the ice, guys, tomorrow. So we're going to go look over 5 games for tomorrow. Hymes Body Lube, it's the best. There, I said it. Again, Hymes Body Lube, it's the best. There, I said it. I've never felt better. I've never felt better. No, what did Nylander say? I have never felt this way. That's right. I have never felt this way. So, interesting day yesterday. One thing that happened, I wasn't able to process my live stream. So it didn't go through. But good thing, I was able to take the stream and make it into a regular post. And I am feeling much better now. Thank you very much for all your messages and such that ask me how I'm feeling. Caroline's feeling much better. We're getting better now. So let's look at the picks for today. We had the over, and we hated the over for the Canadians and Stars. If you remember yesterday, I took a little bit on the Canadians, and we got it. And we got the over. We struggled with the card yesterday. I liked the over with the Blue Jackets and Penguins. The thing was, I hated the fact that it was a day game, but we still took it anyways. Was looking at team total over for the Penguins at minus 135. We had team total over, and it didn't matter what goaltender was in, and we hit on that. I did not have I had the draw in this game. Yes, we hit the draw. So it went over well. Remember yesterday I said this felt like a Panthers spot, and I did take the Panthers. Unfortunately, I put way much more on the over, more than I should have probably put on the over in this game, and didn't hit it. Obviously, it was 2-1 Panthers against the Avs. So I ended up taking quite a bit of loss on this game. I really thought it was going to be an over. So even though I hit the over on the Canadians game, over on the Penguins game, I'm still in the red. And I took the Devils. And I'm not going to take the Devils again. You can't. Hurricanes had played 6 games in 9 nights. 6 games in 9 nights. And the Devils can't finish that shit off. There is something seriously going wrong there. They had 29 shots. I did take Bussy over saves. I got that. But I had a much bigger bet on the Devils. This is one of those days where you hit a lot, but you still ended up losing money because, and I am not going to bet the Devils to do anything from now on. You have a Hurricanes team that's on 6 games in 9 nights. You're kind of in desperation mode, and you do nothing. You can't score. Generally speaking, the problem there is players are playing too tight. The Devils had a better team. No Jarvis, no Slavin. They were playing the better goaltender. Well, now equal goaltender, I suppose. But they're playing tight. They're playing not to lose. Like I said when I took them on the ice, guys, – and I lost, I said I took Columbus Blue Jackets. This is the LA Kings of the East. They're going to play well. They're going to do great things. They're going to do good things in a game, but they're going to lose because they have a horrible, horrible, horrible coach. Didn't have much on the Blue Jack or Blackhawks Knights game, but as it turns out, I didn't have a winning night. Simple as that. Didn't have a winning night at all. Thanks for everybody that's coming in. E will be in a second. Dre, I should say, will be in a bit. He is just finishing up his supper, and so should one do that. So should one finish up their supper. We got 5 games for tomorrow. I will be on the ice, guys, tomorrow. I'm just waiting for him to come in. Let's see if we can get more information on the games for tomorrow. Pro Hockey Rumors, it's one of the best there. Oh, Gabriel Landeskog and Devin Taves to miss some time. Oh, that's going to hurt. It's hinted from Scott Wedgwood and Nathan McKinnon that Landeskog's injury could be a bone fracture, perhaps to the collarbone or the ribs. Oh my gosh. So the Colorado Avalanche all of a sudden are going to have a little bit of something they got to get over. Wow, that's big. Jonathan Toews is huge to that team. Very underrated. Jaden Schwartz could be coming back from Seattle. Of course, Seattle. Non-contact. That is huge for Seattle, but you got to give props to how Seattle has been doing so well, and with all their injuries and the fact that they don't really have a star-studded lineup, they're still winning quite a bit. But it looks like Schwartz might be coming back pretty quick. And Taves was out tonight due to an upper body injury. It was likely okay. So Colorado now has to go through some adversity that they hadn't gone through for quite some time. The Red Wings recall John Leonard. And for good reason, he's done good work in the AHL and all that. Yeah, left the game versus Carolina. So Colorado's got a little bit of adversity that they have to get through now. For probably the first time this year that they've actually had to deal with some significant injuries. Taves and Landeskog. Yes, well, it was nice that the Hurricanes won. It was a hurricane spot. And no, I did not see that. Unfortunately, up until today, where I actually watched the games, I hadn't been watching a lot of games. I've been taking care of the little lady and not feeling good myself, but I'm feeling a lot better now, and we're getting back into the groove. even though I wasn't able to watch the games, I think I had a pretty good night considering we had the over in the Stars and Canadians game, over in the Blue Jackets game, regardless of who was going to be in net. Penguins team total over. I leaned the Panthers, but I had the over in that, and that was the one that hurt me the most because I had a big over on that and it didn't hit. I had the Devils, made a mistake. I am not making a mistake with the Devils from now on. I took the Devils to, or sorry, took the Blue Jackets to beat the Devils last game. And they actually came back and scored 3 goals in like 10 minutes in the third, which is just not like them at all. But I mean, if you're not beating the Hurricanes on 6 games in 9 nights, I don't care if it's the Hurricanes or whoever the hell it may be. If you can't win that game, I'm off. I am so off of this team. I'm either not betting them or I'm betting against them from now on. This was a terrible loss. You're at home. You have a team that's played 6 games in 9 nights, and I don't give a fuck if you had Bussy or whatever the fuck you had in net. This is a team that plays not to lose instead of playing to win, and that is terrible coaching. And we have a friend of ours in the group that we're in for the Ice Guys who was a big fan of Sheldon Keefe. And you know what? You're wrong. Guy's a horrible coach. Doesn't have his team prepared to play. Just like LA in the West, this team, this Devils team should be way better than they are. They are just poorly coached. Now we go over to the Golden Knights and the Blackhawks. Just as bad. Terrible. 15 shots is all you could muster in this spot. Should I be calling out Cassidy here? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I think at this point you kind of got it. Golden Knights have a way better team than this. They should have ruined this game, and they barely showed up for the game. Sooner or later, you got to start pointing a direction here. I mean, I know you. This was Eichel in the lineup and everything. This should have been a crush game for Vegas, and they did nothing. Hello, Mike. Glove save. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you in here. All right. Well, hopefully, I'm just going to quickly look to see if I know he said he was going to finish supper, and then I guess I probably got to send him the link. It's probably waiting, Ray, for me to send him the link. There we go. Maybe one day we will see Rico back in the house too. Alex B. Smith, I think, got his draw. His best bet was the draw. Send Rico his link. Yeah, I got Habs fans DMing me on like Lion A trades. Like, we're gonna send Lion A here and Lion A there. Seriously, like I got people DMing me saying, "Where is Lion A gonna go?" I'll tell you where Lion A is gonna go. In Montreal. That's where he's gonna go. He's not going anywhere else. Nobody's taking him at half the money or anything like that. So yeah, should be getting into tomorrow's games, I guess. I was hoping Dre would be on now, but Utah versus the Rangers. It's the first game we have up on tap. Rangers coming off a big win at the Classic against the Florida Panthers. Huge win where the Florida Panthers basically showed up and didn't show up pretty much. Utah, I just can't trust this team at all. I don't like either one of these teams. I don't like either one of these teams at all. I thought I'll go into it a little bit. I don't know if you all remember, but I said that Buffalo got the better of that deal, that Paterka deal. And people hated me for that. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe the vitriol I got back because I said that Buffalo got the better of the deal for Doan and what's that defenseman? Was he hurt again? Kesserling. Kesserling, Doan, or whatever they got back in return. I thought that was a stupid trade by Utah. Everybody in the land, there was people picking them to make the playoffs and all kinds of bullshit. Basically, you got the same player that you already have pretty much all through your lineup. And you gave up one of the heart and soul guys you had in the lineup for him and a right D Kesserling, who I will admit now that doesn't seem to be able to stay healthy, but that was a bad trade. I said it to begin with. I said it on the ice, guys, when I got on there. I said that Buffalo got the better of that deal. And you're seeing it. They're getting the better of that deal. Paterka, what does he do? What does Paterka do? Yeah, he'll score you 20 to 30 goals. He's like a Roslovic who can't do anything else on the ice if he's not scoring. And I don't like players like that. I just don't like players that can't, like, I love players that can score. Don't get me wrong. But if you're going to score, you got to be able to do better than 20 to 25 goals in a season if you cannot do anything else. And he doesn't do anything else. He does nothing. Nothing. He's a horrible full sheet player. He floats around the ice like a son of a bitch. He's like a very, very poor Lion A, really. And you gave up Doan? one of the heart and soul players of your team that can play like a 3-zone defensive game or all through the ice, gives you your heart and soul. You can PK, you can do whatever. Just that alone, straight across. I thought that was, and I remember when Twitter went crazy. Oh, Buffalo, look at how stupid they are. That was not a stupid play. That was a great play. Great play. It was a great move. Peterka, and you're seeing it. I mean, he's okay. He's not a bad player. I'm not saying he's terrible. Anybody that can score goals in the NHL is a good player. But to give up Doan and Kesserling, a right D that was going to play in your top 4, and a pick for a guy who basically just gives you not even what you already have. You've got Keller, who plays a great 3-zone defensive game. You got Gunther, who can pot him, and he doesn't really play that style. Peterka is kind of the same type of guy that can score less. I never understood what the hell that trade was all about, and I got in shit over and over and over again about it. I kept on saying Buffalo won the trade, and oh my gosh, I couldn't believe all the people that were so angry at me for saying that, but guess what? They did. So that being the case, the Rangers are coming off a Florida game where the classic and all that. I don't know what to do this game, to tell you the honest truth. I'm not a Rangers fan, but you got Shesterkin, I believe, against Vanacek. The Rangers probably win this game, I guess, at -125. There's a lot of games like this in the season now where you basically have just 2 mid teams and you're trying to figure out who's going to win between 2 mid teams. I will say that the Rangers are really well coached. They're doing a lot better than they should be if they didn't have Sullivan as their coach. I will give it that. I will give them that. November 22nd, Utah won against the Rangers. Oh, yeah, I remember that game. It was a bad spot for the Rangers. I remember that game. The Rangers had lost 3 in a row. They won in Florida with bad ice, so they have a high shooting percentage. And that's pretty much what they did. They only had like 20 shots and they got 5 goals. And that's how the Rangers usually win. The Rangers usually win because they're picking corners. Pretty much it. But I mean, that was a 6 game road trip. And now they're coming home against Utah, who is pretty much a nondescript team. Lost to New Jersey in a spot. Like, these are both bad teams. Just give me the draw. Give me the draw. They got, Utah's going home after this. Vanacek, no. Give me the draw. Oh, okay. Gunther shooting a lot. I just don't like either of these teams. I mean, they're from different conferences. So one way or another, they'll probably end up in a draw. Over, under, whatever. Florida's coming in hot or coming in. The Rangers are coming in off a Florida game. They got the big, huge event that happened, and they won, and they're coming in to play Utah. They don't give a fuck about. Utah's just like, let's face it, they're not very good. They're not very good. I take a draw here. It's about all I can give you on this one. Anybody got something different? Sergachev picking it up. Yeah, I could see Sergachev. But Sergachev overshots is pretty much something you want to take on the road. Kesserling, yeah. Man, this is a hard one to cap. Utah is going. The only thing is Utah is going back home after this game. They're kind of win one, lose one, win one, lose one. They could win this game, I suppose. I mean, it wouldn't like blow me away. Rangers have been getting like they won against Philadelphia the last time they played at home. They won two. They won at home, and then they just went on us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Eastern road trip coming back from Florida. Fuck it. What's the price on Utah here? Give me Utah. Give me Utah. Utah first period at least. I mean, you might as well take Utah. Rangers are coming off of a 6-game road trip and just had this huge outdoor classic. So it wouldn't be a bad thing to take Utah first period. Although I'm not sure how good they are on the road. Probably not very good in first periods in general. Seven, 11. New York Rangers suck at first periods. Yeah. Give me Utah first period puck line here. Yeah. Utah first goal, first period or whatever. Yeah, I agree. I can get behind that. First goal, first period. I like Utah in general here. I don't think there's enough character in that Rangers room to come off a big Florida win and come home and play a Utah team that's hungry. I mean, they're not very good, but they will be hungry in this game. I'll give them that. I mean, they generally don't lose because they're not trying. They try every single time. They're just not very good. They're just not a very good team. And if the Rangers win, they probably get like 20 shots and score 4. That's basically what the Rangers are. A high volume or a high percentage offensive team that if the puck isn't going in, they're not going to win, and it generally doesn't go in at home. So Utah is going to be like big up for this game. It's the Rangers. And that is the kind of not fair thing that is for the Rangers in Toronto and these big markets, is that when you go into these markets, like especially when you're looking at MSG, hey, you thought it the Rangers Rays in the house, my friend. How you doing? All Hymes doing?
Good.
Yo, my
Man,
friend.
talk about audio problems. I had to reset my computer twice. For some reason, my computer wasn't recognizing any of my microphones. I tried switching out to the Shure, to this Rode. I have a overhead one. That one wasn't working. But man, I finally got it figured out.
Good.
What a mess that was.
Good to have you back, my friend. Feeling better now? I
I
watched
still
our
got the
show
cough.
from last night, and I'll tell you,
hmm
it looked like we were just bah, 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 bah. And somebody actually commented on it and said that, and I was like, you know what, you're right, dude. That was a terrible fucking show. I don't know why anybody would watch that shit. We were both just not feeling good. Feel a lot better now though. So, how
yeah. Yeah,
was
for
your
sure. I still got the cough, but I'm dealing with it.
I'm feeling much better now. So we just got into the first game and I didn't timestamp it, but I'll get into what you want on. How was your day today?
I had another bad day. Um,
Oh no.
what did I let's see, what did I take? I think overall after today I was down 12 units.
Oof.
12 units on the week, on the week.
Wow.
So, um let's see. Today I had in the first game, what did I take in the first game? Did I take anything in the first game? I did not. So I in the second game I took Crosby over 2.5 shots at plus 110. That cashed on his overtime winner. So I got lucky on that one. And then I went back and forth with Colorado and Florida, and something was telling me that I should just roll with Colorado. It's still at that better price. So I ended up putting 2 units on Colorado. That ended up losing.
You went
I
two
didn't end up.
rooms on a game that you weren't sure about.
Well, I wasn't
Dude.
sure about, and then, well, that was so I was unsure about it when it was minor, and I was thinking about just going with the unit and thinking that they could get away with a win with just minor and net. And then when Wedgwood got, um,
Oh, I see.
uh, then I went, and then I saw the Tarasov move, and I felt even better about it, and that's what made me make it a 2 unit bet.
Oh, I
Was
see.
just the
That makes
Tarasov
sense.
versus
That makes
Wedgwood.
sense. Right?
So I ended up losing on that, and then I didn't put anything on the Vegas Chicago game. And then in the Carolina New Jersey game, I took Snevechnikov over 2.5 shots, and I
Oh yeah.
took Meyer over 2.5 shots,
Yeah.
and only Meyer cashed. And what pissed me off about that is last night, and even right before I put the bet in, I was contemplating whether I should go with Snevechnikov or if I should go with Hughes. And if you remember last night on the stream, I said we we're missing one of those like breakout spots for Jack Hughes where he has 5, 6 shots on goal, maybe 2 or 3 points, maybe a goal. Well, I think he ended up with 5 or 6 shots today. So I should have just took the damn shots like I said last night, and I didn't. And I took Snevechnikov because he had better team history, and I lost on that shit too. So
Well,
overall, it was just a bad week, but you know what? I
you
can
made
only
my
go up
night.
from here.
You made my night because I thought
Well,
I lost Meyer over shots.
oh,
You just, I
he got it
he
in
only had
OT.
one shot going in. Like
Yeah, he
I
got. I
thought,
mean,
I
not in OT,
lost
but
it. So
no,
I
he
ended
got
up
it.
having because of that. I'm probably green on the night because I remember we were talking about yesterday was the overs in the early games, and I was a
Yeah.
little skittish about it, but I ended up taking it because I just couldn't see Pittsburgh Columbus being under. I didn't even care if it was
Yeah.
whoever was in net. Like it didn't matter. You played the dude too much anyway. So I had the over in both of those. I'm pretty much like maybe even today. And now you just made me green. I, I had Meyer
And
over shots and I thought I lost that. So
I was also contemplating taking Sam Bennett over shots. Last game I sprinkled him to score first, and he didn't end up scoring, but I think he ended up having like 4 or 5 shots. Today he scores first, and I said I was going to go right back to it, and I never did. And in the first game, in the Montreal Dallas game, I was too undecided on too many things. And even this morning, I went back and looked at like the last 10, 15 games. I was looking like goals
right.
expected against. And Montreal is like top 5 in goals expected, and expected goals. And I was like, there's no way that the only thing that was having me off of it. So I was looking at their team total, and we had talked about it last night.
Yeah.
But them coming off of a 0 loss and then a shutout loss the last time they played Dallas, I just didn't know if they had enough energy to muster up 3 goals. But I knew the offense was there. But the whole 3 and 4 days and back to back game had me worried about them getting 3. And then when I saw they got 1 early, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna get their damn team total. So I passed up on that in the morning game, which pissed me off. But tomorrow's a new week, and I'm ready to get my 12 units back.
And just like it's the reason why I am a high volume better. And I've actually taken it down a bit on my volume, mostly because I don't have time to do the volume that I did before. But I hate, I would rather lose a bet than not make a bet and lose. That's the reason why I'm a high volume better. Because I'm like, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this.
It is not Svechkov, I guess. I'm bad at pronunciations.
Svechnikov.
Svechnikov.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people are. One of the best play-by-play guys that I've ever known.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why he didn't do well is he couldn't pronounce names. That's bad. That's bad. He was terrible at pronouncing names. He was a great play guy, but he couldn't pronounce games. Peyton, I think, was his last name. He was a great play-by-play guy, but he would always mess up the last names of everybody.
There's
Yeah,
a 5-game slate tomorrow. You
yeah,
guys are already started on the first one, right? You said
yeah.
Utah
I
Rangers.
did get on the first one, so I'll give it to you now. Give me the Utah and New York Rangers. Give me the lay of the land, my friend.
Utah on the road, dog plus 105. Rangers at home minus 125. Utah 19, 20, and 3 on the season. 10, 13, and 2 on the road. Rangers 20, 18, and 5 on the season. 5, 10, and 3 at home. What a horrible home record. The 3 times they've faced is the Mammoth. Mammoth owned the matchup, winning 2 of the last 3. 2 of the last 3 also trending to the over. They did play 1 time this year down in Utah, where Utah won 3-2 back on November 22nd. Utah 5-5 in their last 10. Also 5 to the over and to the under. Most recently losing to New Jersey back on January 3rd. 1-4 down in New Jersey. Rangers 4-5-1 in their last 10. 4 of the last 10 trending to the under. most recently beating Florida 5-1 on January 2nd. That was the Winter Classic,
In the
correct?
Classic. Yeah.
Also, previous to that, they were on a 3-game losing streak, losing to Washington, Carolina, and the Isles. Rangers, they are not on a back-to-back, correct? They are not. And they don't have anybody ahead of them for a couple days. They play Buffalo back at home again on the 8th. Utah, they had a day off, and then they play Ottawa after a 2-day break.
Yeah. Utah
I've
is
been
one of those
actually,
teams that kind of win. It seems like they kind of win games by accident.
yeah, and I'm a Utah fan, but if you tailed my plays lately, I usually try to fade them or find them in fade spots because I always feel like, I mean, they are a good team. They're
They,
just too wishy-washy. They just don't
they're
show up when they need to.
and they're too much of the same player. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, like they have like Paterka, Keller, like it's especially without Cooley up the middle there. They're pretty
yeah.
nondescript. I mean,
Yeah, when it was Cooley, Paterka, and Gunther, that was a great line, and then that also allowed Keller to stay with Schmaltz and whoever else he was paired up with, and then on the third line you got like Kraus, Butte, and somebody else. But I think until Cooley comes back, they're still almost seems like every other game they're shifting lines around, trying to figure out and trying to generate some offense. I mean, I know that they had that sporadic, what was it, a 7-7 something win, 7-2 win against the Isles the other day, but that was the game that Gunther had the hat trick. They're just very hard to read. The only thing is the Rangers are horrible at home too.
yeah, that's why I said before you came on, give me Utah here. The hell, just what the hell? Like they're playing in New York. They're playing in, that's it's a bad
MSG.
thing about MSG. Like that's the thing about the Rangers. All these kids are like, what? Yeah, it's a young team. They're going to come out hard. The Rangers just beat Florida in a big stage, and now they're coming back to play Utah. Like this totally feels like a Utah spot. Utah first period would probably maybe even the bet be the better bet here. They're just going to come out hard. Uh, they're going to come out excited, and yeah, it's just kind of a spot that makes you like a young team like that. Even if you don't make the playoffs, at least you can say you beat the Rangers. That's what I feel like about this game.
I'd like to look at Shesterkin saves. I feel like we might get
Yeah,
a low number.
I
I
don't
think we
mind
might
that.
get like 20, 23, 24.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be a bad deal.
That's something I could probably see. Let me take out my handy dandy notepad here.
You got your gonna get your protractor and stuff. Just wait, I gotta find mine too.
I don't I don't expect us to be on for 4 hours, but I probably still
No,
won't
it's
remember
gonna
if
be
it's
short.
two.
Short.
Yeah, I'd been waiting all day for that guy. I sold my truck and waiting all day for the guy to show up, and then he showed up
Yeah.
like right at 7:30. And then I had a flat on one of the tires, so I had to put on the spare tire because I haven't drove it for over a year, but
And
he still took
against
it.
game for the Rangers. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I agree with what with JD there.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that. And it should be Veg Malka. And it should be Shesterkin.
Now, give me Utah. I'm gonna bet them. I wish I was kind of getting a better number, but
And what's what's Utah's record on the road? They were better at home last year. They've played more games on the road. They have more wins on the road, but they've lost more games on the road. So, but it's definitely in the sweeter spot for the Rangers because they're shitty at home.
yeah,
And then just like JD said about coming off of that long road trip, and
coming
then
off that
they just
long
won
road
that
trip.
big, and they just beat Florida.
That's totally a Utah spot. I'm getting more and more behind it the more I think about it. Actually, I'm gonna take Utah. I'm gonna take Utah first 1P and puck line first period, and maybe Utah score first goal first period. Yeah, that's a good one too.
I gotta stop going against my gut, man. That Montreal game killed me.
You
And we
went
talked
against.
about pretty much. I didn't go with the team total, and then like when I was telling you, I went back and looked at all those stats and saw how much offense there was and how much Montreal is scoring above expected. I should have just. I was like plus 170. I could probably get behind them, and then I saw it was Montreal, and I'm like, nah, I better not. And they still freaking won.
Sometimes you just got to go with the spot, and I think this is one
Yeah.
of those games. Plus 185 for Utah first period puck line in this game, and
JD thinks it may be quick. I could see that too, especially coming off of that big game in Florida.
yeah.
Long road trip. When did Quick play? Quick played.
The only thing is it's Vanacek for Utah, right?
No, it says it's Reg
Uh,
Malka.
Ben
Reggie.
Malcolm.
Bell Malka. Bell Malka. Veg Malka. I
And
always
what
say
do
that
they
because they
have
always
after
call him
this? They
Veggie.
have like some nondescript team like Ottawa.
Oh, Quick played against Washington recently on New Year's Eve. When was the last time he played?
Yeah, they have Ottawa after this at home. That's the thing I don't like about it.
Yeah, that's why I call him
It's
Veggie.
only a two. Oh, it's a three game. It's the third game of the road trip, right? Just played New Jersey, lost, won the first game, and then they go home and play Ottawa, St. Louis, and Columbus after this. Yeah, just give me Utah. I just I don't trust this Rangers team at the best of times. I'm not taking them as a favorite at home just because they won against Florida in an outdoor game where the ice was shit. I mean, no, not doing it. Yeah, give me that.
I like Keller shots. I know he's covered 3 of the last 4. How is he on the road? He's covered 5 straight on the road. And he's covered 9 of the last 12 on the road.
Montembeau.
Montembeau. English was my worst class. I hated English.
Oh yeah.
Hated it. Yeah, absolutely. That was like probably the second worst was probably like, well, I liked history, but my favorite was always math. I was always good at numbers.
Well, Well, that's good.
But
Because
like,
that's what.
don't ask me what a fucking noun or a verb is. No, no, thank you.
The way I always saw it is, if you don't understand what I'm saying, then probably just stop talking to me.
Don't ask me what my pronouns are.
Yeah, I don't even know pronouns to begin with.
Yeah. uh, but yeah, Keller shots looks pretty good. Man, I took Sergative shots last game. I know it was on the road, but he had good matchup history, and that shit didn't cash either.
Yeah, I don't take them on the road, only at home.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the lay of the land for Anaheim, Washington.
All right. Anaheim comes in on the road as a dog plus 125. Washington at home minus 150. Anaheim 21-17-3 on the season, 9-9-2 on the road. Washington 21-15-6 on the season, 12-7-3 at home. Head to head, Washington's won 7 of the last 10. And they did play once this season back on December 5th, back in Anaheim, where Anaheim won 4-3 in a shootout. 4 of the last 10 has also trended to the under versus head to head. Anaheim 2-6-2 in their last 10. 7 of the last 10 trending to the over. Most recently losing to Minnesota at home 2-5. Anaheim is also coming in on a 5-game losing streak. Washington 3-5-1-1 in their last 10. 6 of the last 10 trending to the over. Most recently just losing to Chicago 2-3 in a shootout in in Washington. And then also previous to that, losing to Ottawa in Ottawa. Washington, they are not on the front end of a back-to-back or anything like that. They play Dallas at home on the 7th. Anaheim, they are on a front end of a back-to-back, and they play Philadelphia the following day after Washington.
Washington's only won 3 of their last 4. I mean, Washington's been in a bad spot. Just lost to Chicago at home. These are both teams just not in good positions whatsoever right now.
No. Anaheim on a 5-game losing streak, losing to Minnesota, Tampa Bay, San Jose, and LA.
Giving up 5, 4, 5, and 6 in their last 4. Doesn't seem to matter who's in net.
Yeah, one's only won 2 games in their last 10, and the other one's only won 3 games in their last 10.
Neither, and both of them because of defense. So give me the over here.
Looks
Can
like
you get a
it
6
might.
at a minus 120 anywhere out there? Give me a 6 at minus 120 on this game.
Let me see. Looks like it's going to
I'm
be
not taking the
Dostal.
under, that's for sure.
Yeah, you can get a flat 6 at minus 118 on FanDuel. So, it looks like RotoWire is showing Dostal and Thompson. Left wing lock is showing Dostal and Thompson. Goalie post is showing
Over 6.5.
As it loads.
JD's
No,
on
it's
over
6.
No,
Oh, he's
JD's
over
on
six and a
over
half.
6.5.
Oh,
I
you
don't
get it
even.
at
This
plus
is one
money.
of those games where I don't even mind playing both 6 and 6.5 split. Like I, yeah, I don't trust either one of these teams to 2-game goal streak.
Yeah, JD left wing lock has been the best bet for me, at least out of all these three. I pay the $3.99 a year, and I get the notifications immediately when one of the reporters confirms is the goalies. But every time I get a confirmation from left wing lock, I'll go check goalie post, RotoWire, daily face off, and none of them have shown confirmations yet on any of them. But left wing lock usually will send the notification first, or at least that's been my luck, anyways. At least for this season and the end of last.
This was a
Yeah,
pretty
goalie.
simple one. I'm just going over. I mean, if I were to
Yeah,
take a
like
side here,
goalie post is showing Vanacek and showing Lindgren, but
no, there's no way it's
which
not.
is
There's no way it's
yeah,
Lindgren here. This is Thompson
yeah.
all day.
Well, I'm looking at like the goalie rotations too in the last 10, and yeah. But yeah, I mean, regardless of who's in net, I think it's an over game.
Yeah, doesn't really matter. I'll go more over if it's Lindgren. I just can't understand why it would be Lindgren. I'm just trying to see here. Who do they have up? They got Dallas coming in. Chicago. They could play Lindgren against Chicago on the road. Nashville. Like, there's lots of options to put Lindgren in the future here. I know Anaheim isn't really all that much, but it is a home game, and most teams want to win at home, right? Like, you have your fans there and everything like that. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, this Washington team is really got to have you worried a little bit. 3 wins in their last 10.
I mean,
Not
if
being able to keep the puck out of the net at all. Like, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Anaheim comes out here. Like, this is their first game on a road trip after a shitty home stand, too, right? So, like, you just lost a whole crap load of games at home.
your first road game,
They're going to play
but you
Philly, Carolina, and Buffalo. Yeah, it's your first road game. You think they're
and
going to
then you got Washington. They're coming off a loss to a Bedardless Chicago, and a
yeah,
whole bunch of other people that are hurt in a shootout.
right.
And then you got, they lost to Anaheim a month ago.
Yeah. So it's a little
It's like
bit
a
of
revenge, a
a
little bit of a
little bit of
revenge
a
spot.
revenge spot, but I mean, when you look
I
at
almost want to take
Washington, there's a whole
Washington.
lot of spots where you want to say they're going to come out hard and win, and they haven't. Like, how long do you have to go before you just think that this team just doesn't?
And what's the status of Tom Wilson? It shows that he's projected to be back tomorrow, but he's still showing day to day. And same thing with Protus. He's expected to be back tomorrow too, but he's still showing day to day. So, I
Yeah,
mean, I lean Washington, especially if those two are coming back. But at minus 150, I think you just take the over. Because, like, you want to take the team total, but I'm more comfortable with taking the over, thinking that we're going to at least get 3 from each team.
yeah. I think this is an Anaheim team that is just starting to realize that.
Oh, and you got Frank Vetrano out too. He's on IR. I didn't know he got hurt. That was
Yeah,
3 days ago, 4 days ago. I mean, I can only
they
lean
came out
Washington.
hot. I just got a feeling this
Can't think,
Anaheim
though.
team is just not confident right now. Like it's just not much. They're a young team that's learning how to deal with adversity through the season, and they're used to losing, and they got to start believing in themselves. And yeah, it's yeah. Just give me the over. I don't. No matter what, I don't see Anaheim shutting anybody down at all. So
Anaheim scored 3 or more in 6 of the last 10. Seems like both of these teams are just losing, but they're losing 4-3, 1-6-3, lost 3-5, 1-4-3, lost 3-7.
yeah,
I mean, I
I
think they can
trust.
get there in a mess
I'm
in
going to take
6.
Washington before I take Anaheim here. And JD said it right. Like they don't defend well. They haven't learned how to defend well. Their previous coach, all he cared about was like very slow pace outside of the zone. You know, don't make any bad mistake or don't make any mistakes. Free defensive play, and they hated it. And now you got Quinville, who probably realizes the only way this team's going to make the playoffs is if they play balls out offense because he doesn't have the time to teach them how to play team defense in such a short amount of time. So just give me the over. And I like Washington here. Eventually,
Yeah, well,
Anaheim will figure it out, but maybe not. Like, yeah, give me the over, especially at a 6.
yeah, they're definitely scoring more than Anaheim is. Anaheim minus 4.68 goals above expected in their last 10. Washington's right at 0 or minus 0.37, but
Especially on the road. I mean, they're outmatched on the road. So if you don't have a great defensive game, it's going to be hard to beat a team like Washington on the road.
yeah, Anaheim's dead last for goals expected above. 13.46 goals scored against above.
Yeah,
That's the worst in the league in the last 10 games.
yeah, they're terrible.
Like Washington isn't that far off. You know, they're 23rd in the league, but I
Yeah,
mean, that's the worst of the worst. Chicago's letting up less than them.
there's only one way Anaheim's winning games, and I'm pretty sure Quinville knows it at this point. Is they're going to have to outscore you. They're going to have to outscore you. So that's the way they're going to play. Um, They can do their
I'll take
X's
the
and
over.
O's after the game over and over and over again for the next probably 2 years. You know, practice in the off season, figure out what kind of team you're going to be. But when it comes right down to it, this team does not understand a fluid defensive game. And that's the reason why the previous coach didn't play a fluid defensive game. He played a very safe, come out of the defensive zone and try to like defense play defense, offense play offense. That's the way he played last year. And they went up, they got 21 more points. You know, it worked. It's not going to work in the NHL over time, but it worked last year because they needed to learn that. But the NHL today, you need to be able to play a fluid defensive game. You need to be able to play a 1-3-1 when you need to. These guys don't have a clue what to do in those situations at all. It's all like they were bored as shit last year having to play that 2 pass out of the defensive zone. And then when you finally get over the red line, then you can play offense. They hated it. It's the reason why the last coach got fired. But sooner or later, you got to learn how to do it, and they're probably not going to do it here. So give me Washington. Maybe Washington money line over 5.5. That's probably the best bet here. Capitals money line over 1.5. It's probably not a bad price, right?
No, I mean the Washington line's at minus 150, so it's got to get you at least right around even money for sure. If not, plus money.
Yeah, you don't. JD said he doesn't need analytics. I mean, but you also can't play the way Cronin. I mean, if you play the way Cronin coached that team, you're not going to get very far either. You will do a lot better though. Like, if you would have given him time to try to build on what he did last year, I think Cronin probably would have been fine. I don't think he should have been fired. He was building a structure, like you said, basic. Like, if you want to be able to flow through the neutral zone, if you want to be able to if you want to be able to have more flow in the game, then you got to start here. And now you got Quinville, who's like, yeah, the players hated him. I know the players hated him. Players love Quinville, and guess what you got? Team can't play D. Yeah. All Quinville knows is he has to make the playoffs this year. He's not going to sit there and teach him 1-3-1s and shit like that. Just go out there and score, boys. All right. Next we have Detroit, Ottawa.
Detroit road dog plus 125. Ottawa at home minus 150 favorite. Detroit 24-15-4 on the season, 10-7-3 on the road. Ottawa 20-15-5 on the season, 10-7-3 at home. Head to head, Ottawa's won 8 of the last 10. They have not played this season, and this will be the first matchup this year between Detroit and Ottawa. Also, 5 of the last 10 trending to the over-under. Detroit 6-3-1 in their last 10. 4 of the last 10 trending to the under. Most recently losing to Pittsburgh 1-4 back on January the 3rd. They actually lost to Pittsburgh back-to-back. That was that home and away split, back-to-back games between those two. Ottawa 6-3-1 in their last 10. 5 of the last 10 trending to the over, the under. Most recently beating Winnipeg on January 3rd, 4-2 at home. And then also beating Washington 4-3 at home previous to that. Ottawa will be on a front half of a back-to-back as they play Detroit tomorrow and then head out to Utah to play Utah the day after that. Detroit, they are not on the front end of a back-to-back and don't play again until they play at home against Vancouver on the 8th.
Ottawa's owned this series too, right?
Yep, 8 of the last 10, winning the last 2.
And the last one being in Detroit, 4-3. That was last year, though.
Yeah, they haven't played this year. Looks like most of the sites are showing Gibson and Levi.
Carolina.
Mm-hmm. At least that's who they're guessing at.
Detroit just lost to Pittsburgh.
All 3 of them. How long is Allmark out for? It says at least until the 18th.
It's tough with Carolina in there.
Yeah. Did he play decent last game? I remember seeing when he was in. I never saw to see how he played though. Yep. Yeah, it says his personal leave of absence out to the 18th, at least.
And Ottawa goes out on the road to Utah after this.
Correct.
And this has been their kryptonite. That last home game, they've won 2 at home. If you look back, I think you'll find that Ottawa, on their last game of a homestand when they go out west, they suck.
That also means it's the front end of a back-to-back for Utah, right? Against the Rangers.
For Detroit, you mean?
No, for Utah. So Utah plays the Rangers tomorrow, but that would mean it's a front end of a back-to-back for Utah too if they're playing Ottawa
Yeah. In that
on the
game.
following day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that really matters all that much. I
No.
think they'd be more inclined to want to win that game. And you
Yeah.
said this is a front end of a back for
For Ottawa.
yeah. It is
Yeah, because then they go play Utah the following day.
in Utah.
In Utah.
Ah, Detroit. Take Detroit all day. Detroit all day. They got to fly all the way to Utah after this. Ah, yeah, I mean they've already won a couple at home. Pittsburgh or Detroit's coming off a
Oh,
2
you know
loss.
what? I'm sorry. Today's the
No,
4th.
no, they're
Tomorrow's
not.
the
They got a
5th.
couple days off
They
before
get a
they.
day off. It's a day off.
Yeah,
It's a single
yeah.
day.
They get 1 day off before they play Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah, still give me
Yeah.
Detroit. I'll take Detroit here.
I get screwed up
You getting
when
plus money on this? I mean, I don't love Detroit, but in this spot at plus 130, I'll take Detroit. I mean, I don't know. Ottawa has shown me over and over and over again. I don't know how many times, especially at this number at minus 155. I think the last time they lost to LA and they were heading out west. They lost to LA 2-1 on the last game of a homestand where they were winning on the homestand. I think I can't remember exactly, but they played like shit. And they were heading out. They're heading out to Utah after this. They're getting out of the east and going to warm weather and all that kind of stuff like that.
some Maryland's 4-6 in his last 10, 3.23 goals allowed, 8.76 save percentage. So not that great.
Yeah, I like this a lot, actually. I like the Red Wings here a lot. One, two. I mean, they've won 6 of their. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of their last 10. Had a draw against Pittsburgh. Shitty loss against Pittsburgh at home. It is an island game for Detroit, though, because they're going out to Ottawa and then coming back and playing at home. Like they got a funky schedule right now, man.
Yeah, it is.
With Maryland in net.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to just keep it simple, stupid. So just give me Detroit money line here. What do you got?
I don't have anything as of right now. I'm still that Maryland looks got me. I'll look and see how Gibson's played as of late. Yeah, I don't know if I can get to what's the total at? 6? Is that a flat 6-2 or no?
I mean,
No,
Utah's
6.
warmer.
Yeah.
Utah, sorry, keep on talking, but Utah is
Yeah.
warmer than Ottawa right now. I would imagine. Let me check that out. Could I be wrong about that? I don't think Utah is like.
Come on, man. Site's being slow. Come on, I need a goalie.
Ottawa's minus 14 at the moment.
Yikes.
And that's a humid minus 14. And that's
No,
like,
thank you.
that's not Fahrenheit, that's degrees. So, like, still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Gibson definitely playing better than Maryland. But 9.33 goal save percentage.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
way
1 degree
better.
in Utah right now. 1 degree. Yeah, that's warm, man. That's warm. Like I live in Indiana right now. It is very warm here. Very warm here compared to if I lived in Edmonton. It's crazy warm. It's like 38, 40 degrees Fahrenheit compared to zero. Yeah.
It's
You're,
been
you're
warm in
going from,
Arizona.
yeah.
I haven't had no winter yet, or
In
at least it
fact,
doesn't
even
feel like it.
Colorado is, I bet you Colorado is still like decent.
We're like in the high 70s, low 80s right now for the daily
Oh,
highs, and then the evenings
beautiful
were
day.
like 40, 45.
Colorado Springs right now is like 50 degrees Fahrenheit, dude. Like
Yeah,
that
that's like
is
what we are right
warm as
now.
shit
It's
compared to
55 right now
Ottawa.
here.
Give me that all day. If I'm living in Canada, like they're going to warmer climes. I don't know. I don't know if you understand how cold Canada is, man. You're talking minus 14 degrees Celsius, which is about maybe -2 Fahrenheit with a humidity rate of about probably 75%. Man, you're freezing your balls off. You'd be happier than hell to go to Utah right now. Yeah, you're not going to be going golfing, but you're getting the fuck out of Ottawa. Okay, well, then you know then how cold it is in Ottawa compared to Utah. I would be very happy to be going to Utah right now if I was in Ottawa. Like, gosh, very happy. Warm.
Yeah, I don't know what side to take here. Like I I know you're leaning Detroit. I want to take Ottawa, but I can't take them at a minus 150. Like
No, I'm taking Detroit.
And Detroit's, I
That's
mean,
fine.
and Gibson's playing better than you, and you got Maryline in net.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
don't.
I'm not saying Utah won't win. I'm not saying that. Sorry, I'm not saying Ottawa won't win this game, but I'm not taking them at that price in this
Yeah,
situation. Yeah.
that's how I feel. It's like I want to
It's
take Ottawa, but I
situational.
can't
I'll
take them
take
at that
Detroit.
price.
Yeah. Situationally speaking, price wise, I'll take Detroit here. I'm getting the fuck out of Ottawa anytime here. Into my betting against the Sens. Okay. I would be for me, man. I'm saying they've been home for a while. They're going to get out and they get to go out with the boys. And I know it's Utah. I mean, you're not going out like crazy, but you're getting out on the road. You know, you've been home for a while. You got New Year's and everything. And now it's time to
You-
like take a break. And like I said, the last time they went out to LA, okay, that's LA. That's a different thing, right? They were going out to Anaheim and stuff like that. The last time they lost to LA 2-1, played like shit. I just have a feeling they're going to play kind of the similar way here. And plus 130, I'm not taking Ottawa in their current way of. I'm not. I'm not doing it. I would probably take the under in this game if you want to get right down to brass tacks. I don't think it'll be an over game.
It's just scary to take it with a Maryline in net.
Yeah, yeah. I'd be more leaning to the team total over for Detroit with Maryland in it. I just think there's
De-
more likelihood that Detroit's more engaged in this game than Ottawa is at minus 155.
So you got Talbot versus his former team, maybe. DeBrinket versus his former team. It's already played for
Oh, yeah,
Ottawa.
DeBrincat. Talbot played for so many teams, though. I don't know, but I get what you're saying. Yeah. Over 2.5 is minus 150. Draw on dog. It feels like an under game. Ottawa will just basically hold on. I don't know. When it comes right down to it, both of these teams are hard to figure out, right?
Yeah.
They were arrive on Tuesday and play back to back Utah, Colorado, and then come home. Yeah, that's weird. So it sounds like a whole bunch of things that you could be looking towards instead of thinking about this game. I mean, you're never doing that consciously. Like people always say, "Oh, you think people consciously?" No, I don't think that teams consciously think this way. It's like a subconscious thing. You're getting stuff ready in your house to go off for a couple days, and you're going on a pretty good trip too. It's not like you're just going to New York or something like that. You're heading out to Utah from Ottawa. I mean, it's a fair sized trip. It's sort of like, whew, it just feels like a time to relax with the boys type thing. That's what it feels like to me. And get this done. The only thing about I will say, Rico's not on, of course, but Rico would always say, you don't want to leave on the road on a loss. You know, you want to go on the road feeling good about yourselves, not, you know. That's the one thing I will say about this game. But
DeBrinket had 15 shots on goal in the last two games versus Ottawa
oh yeah, I could see
on
that.
nine
To
on
break it
19
overshot.
attempts in two games. And then before that, though, it was bad, but minus 132 tomorrow for him.
Detroit's going home. It's an island game for Detroit. Maybe it's a draw. It's just a fucking draw. Draw and dog. Yeah, just give me draw and dog. Because they're taking one little trip to Ottawa,
Canes
right?
covered 7
They
straight
were
versus Ottawa over 2.5.
they went to Pittsburgh, came home, played Pittsburgh, lost. Now they fly out to Ottawa and then come back. They got a really weird schedule. They come home and play Vancouver, then go out to Montreal. Isn't that weird? You go home, play Vancouver, and then go out to Montreal, which is basically right beside Ottawa, and then
And
come
then right
home and
back.
play Pearlo. That is weird. Yeah, I have to say. That
Sends
is
more
odd.
losses to former goalies than any other team in the NHL. I could see that.
What was that?
JD says if it's Telebit, I'm on the Wings. The Sens have more losses to former goalies than any other team in the NHL.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm on the Wings anyways, so I think I'm just on the Wings on that game.
I want to fly like
All
an
right,
eagle.
next game. Let me time skip stamp this. Where the hell is my Kraken versus Flames? How many times have they played each other in the last month here?
Once.
Seems
Yeah.
much more than that.
4-2 Calgary won back on December 18th. That was the
Ottawa
only time they
lost to
played this year.
Forsberg and the Kings. Yeah, I know.
I mean, immediately I want to bet Calgary, but fuck, minus 165. No
No,
fucking thank you.
no,
But on the other, I mean, Seattle's been playing pretty damn. Well, let me get through the lay of the land, but they've been playing pretty damn good. I still mentally, when I see Seattle, I just think shit team immediately, even though they've won 6 of the last 7. So, all right. Seattle comes in on the road as a dog plus 135. Calgary, favorite at home minus 165. Seattle 18, 14, and 7 on the season, 9, 7, and 3 on the road. Calgary 18, 19, and 4 on the season, 12, 6, and 2 at home. Head to head, Calgary's won 6 of the last 10, most recently beating them on December 18th, 4-2. 6 of the last 10 are also trending to the over in versus head to head. Seattle 6-3-1 in their last 10. 3-6-1 trending to the under. They just recently beat Vancouver in Vancouver 4-3 in a shootout. Calgary 6-4 in their last 10, also 6-4 trending to the over. Most recently losing to Nashville 3-4 on January the 3rd. Calgary, they are not on a front end of a back-to-back. They do play Montreal on January the 7th. Seattle, they are on a front end of a back-to-back, and they play Boston on Tuesday at home.
at home.
So they're on the road, and they're short little 2-game road trip out to Vancouver, now Calgary, and then back home to play Boston on Tuesday. Yeah, man, Seattle's won 6 of the last 7, beating Vancouver, Nashville, losing to Vancouver, beating Philly, LA, Anaheim, San Jose, and losing to Calgary, Buffalo, and Colorado. Calgary's beaten, or they lost to Nashville. So both teams Seattle beat Nashville. Calgary lost to Nashville, beat Philly, beat Washington, beat Edmonton, lost to Edmonton, beat Vegas, beat Seattle, lost to San Jose, beat LA, and lost to Detroit. So Calgary's won 5 of the last 7. Seattle's won 6 of the last 7.
draw. That's all I got.
Who's it gonna be in net?
Kraken are 4-1 in the front end of back to backs. The front end because I got Boston back at home.
Grubauer and Wolf.
Yeah.
One site. Or the other site showing Decord and Wolf. And the other one showing Decord and Wolf. So I got 2 showing Decord, 1 showing Grubauer.
I'm gonna go
but all
back
3
to
are showing
Flames.
Wolf.
Flames first period. Flames minus 0.51 P. Got it last time. They're a good home, and Kraken are terrible first period. So I'm just gonna go back to that. You're probably getting really good money on that, actually. Plus 160, plus 150 for first period, plus 150. But how do you take Flames minus 162?
Yeah.
It's just, you don't. You just don't. Yeah. You just hold your nose and take Seattle plus 136 if you're going to play this game at all. I'll take the draw. I could easily see a draw here. But what's the price on the draw? Plus 310. This day and age, that's not bad. Yeah. Dog and draw. Overall, the Flames have been good on first periods. Maybe recently, not so good, but I'm just going to make sure by looking this up. Nine, 4, and 7 this year. If I got this right.
I'm gonna need saves for whoever is in net for Seattle.
9, 4, and 7. And Seattle is.
Calgary's gonna put.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, take the saves over for Seattle, even if it's 2, 7,
You can
and
probably
10 on the road for first periods for Seattle. So
this might be one of those games where you could play the team total shots on goal versus the goalie. But I could see it. I mean,
yeah,
they're expecting a lower scoring game, and the total's over at 5.5. So, unless one goalie really gets out of whack, I mean, I could see it also being a 4-2 game. But I like the saves prop for whatever Seattle goalie is in that. Or, like I said, the team total over shots on goal. It's probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 28 for shots, maybe 25 for saves.
I like the
That's like
saves.
at
I'm gonna write that
Bet
down.
Rivers. What other? ESPN used to have it, but it's now the score.
Shots on goal prop, is that what it's called?
Yeah, the team total shots on goal prop. They usually won't come out until tomorrow, though. They're very rarely. Like for Arizona, most of those lines usually come out like at 3 in the morning Arizona time.
Yeah, because
I
they
used to
don't know
wait up
who's
till
going to be
3.
in net, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like also, I think I said it on this show, but I also like looking at that to gauge the team total, because it'll say like, the goalie will have 25.5 saves, and then you can look at the shot total and it'll be like 28.5. So you can kind of gauge that they're expecting at least 3 goals between the goalie saves and the total shots. It's a good gauge for team totals. And it usually correlates with the team total, but I know Bet Rivers has it, Ballybet, and then my local one, which is Desert Diamond, but they use the same platform as like Twin Spires and Bet Rivers. They all use the same odds, and all of those books are always the same. Even the layout's the same. Unibet, for the states that still have Unibet, they use that same layout too.
Oh, next one. Last one, right?
Yep.
Wild versus LA. And they just play each other? Give us a lay of the land.
Yep, they did. Let's see. All right, you got Minnesota on the road. This is even minus 110 on both sides. It's a pick 'em. Minnesota, LA at home minus 110. Minnesota 25-10-8 on the season, 12-6-3 on the road. LA 17-14-9 on the season, 6-9-4 at home. Head to head, LA's won 6 of the last 10, most recently just winning yesterday 5-4 in a shootout in LA. 4 of the last 10 have trended to the under. Minnesota 6-1-1-2 in their last 10. Most recently, just losing to LA yesterday. Like I said, 4-5 in that shootout. 7 of the last 10 have trended to the over for Minnesota. Los Angeles 3-6-1 in their last 10. Most recently, just beating Minnesota yesterday, 5-4 in a shootout. 4 of the last 10 trending to the under. Not a front end of a back-to-back for LA. Not a front end of a back-to-back for Minnesota. I mean, it's hard not to take Minnesota here on the back-to-back revenge, especially in a shootout. Both of the last 2 games, they have played twice this season. Both games have went all the way to a shootout. Minnesota, who did they have in that last game? It was Kemper and Wallstat. I mean, they're probably going to go right back to him, you would think. Unless they go with Gus. Most of the sites are showing Gus and Kemper. Not to say that's going to happen, but
yeah, I think this
all
is
3
going
are
to be a
showing Gus.
tighter one than the last one. No, I'm taking Minnesota. I mean, I'm not taking LA, but it doesn't matter. I don't care if they won the last game or what the fuck they did. I'm not taking LA.
Yeah, and you can't take them at home. Or, right? They're not playing good. I mean, they flipped from last year. They were good on the road last year. Are they good at home this season? What did I just say?
The
No, they're
last
better on the
game
road.
they played Minnesota. Yeah, this is a weird spot, right? Like they're
just
playing
played
LA twice. Yeah,
Yeah, and they're playing them twice on the road.
on the
This
road.
is also the 5th game of a 6-game road trip for Minnesota. This is
it's been a lot of hockey for sure. Everything's been over for LA as of late, so
it's also 3-4 for Minnesota.
yeah.
They
What's it, minus 105 for Minnesota here?
yeah, it's even. It's a pick 'em. Yeah, like I can't go on LA. I'm just taking Minnesota.
No, just take Minnesota and revenge spot. Yeah. It's probably going to be Kemper against. Last one was over, but I mean, they've been over. Head to head, it's been 2 overs shootouts. I could see the draw, I guess, back again.
And Minnesota didn't play that great. Like, they got outshot. I remember we were watching that game while we were on that stream yesterday.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
we were going back and forth, but Minnesota didn't play well. I didn't think they got outshot.
Well, they were kind of outmatched, but now you get to go into the video room and check out the tape and. Uh,
Got
I
Trevor
mean, like
Morgay today.
thinking about it, it
He
was
should be
a
back
great
tomorrow.
spot for LA, and they just barely beat Minnesota. Like they should have been. Minnesota was on a back to back, I believe, after playing Anaheim. Yeah, they were on a back to back. So now they got a day of rest, and they go back playing a revenge game against a team that barely could beat them. Yeah, fuck it. Just give me Wild and draw. I'll put a little bit on the draw. Probably Wild first period puck line. They're going to come out hard in the first period. Yeah, good point, JD. They played their C
Give me a
game and they still erased 4 1 goal deficits, and they only played, yeah.
give me
Oh,
a Quinn apple.
how much is that?
Oh shit! Never mind. It was playable last game.
Two
It's minus
juice.
150 now, and that's an apple. That's not even a point. The only way you can get that kind of odds on a point is like if you play an underdog, because underdog sometimes will give you like
Yeah, I
when
don't
you
mind that
parlay it up with
Wild.
something.
I don't mind that Wild team total over.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. After losing to this team already, and they basically blow, so yeah, I don't mind that. All right, let's clip the shit. Frolic, frolic, frolic. Lots of frolic in the land. Yeah, we're getting back to the groove. Yeah, golf clap for the land. We've been a little bit morose, like we've been a little bit subdued as of late. We're getting back in the groove again, but I'm feeling better now. You feeling better now? I just
Yep.
thought that's the best there. Said it. Yeah, haven't felt this way before. Good. You're feeling good. I'm feeling good again. I will be on the ice, guys, tomorrow to talk about all this stuff. So don't be surprised if I change my shit around by then, but I don't think so. I kind of like what we did here in this space. Sending out. I mean, we're a little light. Is it because of football? What's going on? You know, they got like 14 people. Not only these are wicked 14 people that are watching right now, but it's a little light. Is it, the football's
Hmm.
pretty big right now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. I think is there still a game on? I don't think so. I didn't watch no football. I watched my Broncos play, but that was it. I want to say there's. I think all the it's NBA's on right now. Oh no, the Steelers and the Ravens are playing. Oh, the
Uh,
game just ended. They're gonna flood in. No, it just ended.
yeah.
Steelers won 16 to or 26 to 24.
Yeah, big football weekend. But those that are in here, we love you, man. People, commenting in the on the videos yesterday, the video wouldn't or our live would not process. So I had to turn it into a video and then send it out, but I time stamped it all and send it out to people. Hopefully it works today. Puck and Deep this week. We're going to have some really cool stuff on Puck and Deep this week. And he hasn't messaged me in a while, but it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. So be checking that out. And give to the Chafety Fund. Tony's picks. I'm going to throw it down here. Tony's picks. You already know. See, people say, oh, why do you sell your picks? Because you make money already on your picks, blah, 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 blah. You already know what my picks are. I just gave it to you. You're not going to Tony's picks to find out what my picks are. It's just given to the Chafety Fund, my friends, getting rid of all the chafing in the lands, of all the lands. There's some crazy stuff going on in the world right now. And I'll tell you right now, I will tell you, I don't need to tell you, you already know. If the world was lubed, we would have none of these problems whatsoever. Seriously. Like, there would be no left, there would be no right, there would be no political blah, 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 blah. It's all because people are too chafed. That's the problem. So, give to the Chafety Fund over at Tony's Picks. Go pick one of whatever pick I got there. It costs you like $25. Do it once a month. You already know what my pick is, so you're just giving it for the sake of bringing non-chafing to the land. 14 naps a day. You see, did you see me yesterday? I didn't look like I was feeling too good yesterday, right? Hitting it today. Totally hitting it because I hit my 14 naps, fully lubed. That is how we do it here. I'm changing the world. We are changing the world. I'm not. We are changing the world. Exotic, tell them what's happening. We're going to be on your channel on Tuesday, correct?
That is correct. You can follow me over at Exotic Wagers on X, Instagram, and YouTube. We're going to start doing the lives on my channel on Saturdays and Tuesdays. Preferably, we'll continue working through that. But yeah, you can follow me over there. I also have a free Discord for the Legacy Sports Discord. Links in my bio. You can join there to get all my official plays. But yeah, hopefully we have a better week next week than I did this week.
Yeah, we all have our bad weeks.
We do.
Put the link in the chat, Exotic. Put the link in the chat.
Okay.
Right now. You can do that. Or go into the comment section and hit that as well. All right. That's my full 42. If he doesn't get it in the chat here, Pearlo's NHL POW, you can get everything I'm doing over there. And I will clip this out and send it to you so you can go back and look at all the little picks that we did in a short form tomorrow. Buy silver. Wilfred says buy silver. Do that shit. You got it in the chat? I'm waiting.
No, I'm looking for the link right now. I'll get it here in a second. Oh, here it is. Copy.
I'm going to Pearlo dance till you're ready. This is hard to do. Just gonna keep on. And
There you go.
you got the link in there. Pearlo dance all over. Starting to run out of breath a little bit.
There we go. I got it posted.
Yeah. There you go. Nap time. Link is in the chat. Throw it in the comment section in the video that I'm about to do right now when I short it and all that. So you can catch it there. Or you can just go to Exotic Wagers at Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter by now, I don't know what to do, man. Like, probably should. Okay, bye. Send them out, Exotic.
See ya.